If you had the option to redirect some of your super toward your mortgage instead, would you do it? Right now, if you're a PAYG employee, your employer is contributing 12% toward your superannuation. But what if you could choose to redirect a portion of that toward your mortgage instead? There's actually a pretty compelling reason to consider it. A lot of people treat their super as sacred, and for good reason. Before super, a lot of Australians would get to retirement age without having managed their money properly, so they didn't really have a nest egg for which to live a comfortable retirement. But a growing trend is that retirees are now getting to retirement age and they still owe debt against their principal place of residence. Surely owning your home outright is a key component of your retirement security. So why do we force people to invest in shares when they're sitting on a mortgage paying, say, 6% interest using after-tax money? The other bit that's kind of crazy about the current setup is that you could take that money and invest it yourself in a low-cost ETF and have less fee drag than what your super probably has. We all know that through fees, these institutions are skimming a little bit off a massive pool of superannuation. Going back to potentially redirecting some of your super toward your mortgage, I think if this was to be something that would be seriously considered, the way that it needs to be implemented needs to be really carefully thought through. You wouldn't want to do it in a way where it increases people's borrowing capacity, because it will just end up inflating house prices even further. We know that one of the key drivers between house price inflation is the fact that people measure borrowing more money not against their total debt, but what it costs them per month to hold. And then also, what happens if 30 years from now people reach retirement age and they've got these minuscule super balances? Because of this, I don't think redirecting the full 12% is the answer, but maybe some balanced approach. I think at an individual level, the way that you can log into your super and kind of adjust your balance between, say, international shares and Australian and cash and all those kinds of things, I think it would be interesting if you could sort of set an amount that is directed toward a mortgage repayment. I actually think there's a pretty interesting argument for it, assuming it can be rolled out in a way that doesn't put more upward pressure on house prices.